fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Dr. Matt D.
Back in Cashion, Oklahoma, it's our Friday night version of the Squirtle game of the week. Last night, Perry, a 41-7 winner over Mount St. Mary, a Rockets team that got off to a good start, but really has had injury problems. And tonight we are here at Maxim Field. And a moment ago, we had a moment of silence for the fallen Hooker Bulldog, Blake Butler. He was killed tragically this past summer in a car accident. Lived for Hooker Bulldog football and Friday Night Lights, and a touching moment here put on by the Cashion Public Schools. Cashion has won the opening coin toss. They want the football. So Cashion, who's wearing the gold and maroon tops over white bottoms with the gold helmets, will get the football, and they will move from right to left here in the opening half of play as they will attack east to west. Deep to receive for Cashion is Grayson Davis, a sophomore, an outstanding player, along with number 4, that is Hank Brown, also a sophomore. We told you this is a very, very young football team for Lynn Shackelford's club, and they tonight will have to match wits against one of the more experienced teams in Class A1. Trace Brown is a 6'1", 170-pound senior wearing number 23. He has been charged for the opening kickoff. They'll spot the ball at the 25-yard line. Nearly a cloud in the sky. Temperatures at 83 degrees here at game time. By the time we're finished tonight, temperature should be in the mid to upper 80s or upper 70s. And again, there's not much wind out of the south-southeast at about 6 miles per hour. Here we go. Cashion and Hooker, these two renewing acquaintances. They've played some big games over the year. They'll play a big one here tonight, with Hooker looking forward to a return game from Fairview coming up next week. Here we go. Duncan with a 5-step approach, squibs it to the near side. It's going to hit and go out of bounds, and that's a big-time mistake on the kickoff for the Hooker Bulldogs. It'll give Cashion and the young sophomore quarterback Kellen Smith outstanding starting field position. We talk about the youth of this ball club, but the experience for Cash is up front. Caleb Durant is a senior at left tackle. Juan Martinez is a junior at left guard. Caden Seeley is a senior center. The right guard, Matthew Stockton, is a senior, and Timmy Jones at right tackle is also a senior. First down and 10 for the Wildcats at the 35-yard line. Here are the opening play of the ball game. Glad to have you along for the Friday night version of the Squirtle game of the week from Maxim Field. We used to be here quite a bit, haven't been here in several years, but the hospitality is still the same, and the quality of football is as well. Single setback as Rival Fields. He's a sophomore. A straight drop for Smith. Pocket's going to hold. He throws deep left, and the ball incomplete. He was looking for Max Hickton, who was double-teamed that time and double-covered. During warm-ups, I was watching Kellen Smith. He was with ease throwing the football 40 yards plus during warm-up drills. You could see the strength of his arm there. Led back Hickton a little too far, and it's second down and 10. Coming into the ball game, Kellen Smith has thrown for just over 1,000 yards. He's 69 of 110, and as young as he is, this is impressive. Almost a 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. Handoff goes to Fields. He is going nowhere. And there you see the experience for Hooker as they bury him for a 4-yard loss back to the 31-yard line. You could call about any one of the front 5 for the Bulldogs in there on that stop. So third down and 14 back at the 31-yard line for Cashion. Opening drive of the night. King Underwood, who is a very good-looking athlete, just a freshman, is flanked to the far side. They have 2 receivers flanked short that way as well, and a slot receiver to the near side. Out of the gun on third and long, it's Smith. Smith is going to have to run for it. He's struck down from behind. He'll lose a yard to the 30-yard line. Jonathan Cano, who came in with 11 tackles at defensive tackle, a 225-pound senior, was in there on the stop. So it's 4th and 15, and we'll see for the first time tonight the punter Rival Fields, and he will kick it away to a pair of return men. One is Keelan Robertson, the other is Trace Duncan. Rival Fields in punt formation to the 18, gets a snap back, a good high, tight, spiraling punt, and waving for the fair catch is Trace Duncan inside the 35-yard line. So after a 3-and-out, the Wildcats will call upon their defense here with the first quarter with 10:44 remaining. And Hooker now about to bring their high-scoring offense out on the field, led by the senior quarterback Cleet Martins. They'll operate with two running backs. One is senior Landon Lee. The other is perhaps the best athlete of this team, and that's saying something, in Justin Palacios, 5'9", 170 pounds. Line of scrimmage for the Bulldogs is at the 34-yard line. First down and 10 with 10:44 to go here in the first quarter. Todd Miller and Adam Dieselhorst with you here on Squirtle. They empty the backfield. Martins is out of the gun with three receivers left, two to the near side. Now they're going to motion Trimble to the far side. They fake the handoff, and Martins is going to try to run for it, and he's drugged down for no gain. Good tackle that time by Matthew Stockton, the senior. They give him a half yard, so it's going to bring up third down and a long 9 with a line of scrimmage just short of the 35-yard line. Hooker in the white and blue uniforms tonight, making a 4.5+ hour drive for the Oklahoma Panhandle. And they have really, for the most part, over the last 4 or 5 years, been the kings of Oklahoma Panhandle football. Inside handoff to Landon Lee on second down and long, and not much doing. He was cut down as Juan Martinez out there with defensive end was in there, along with Caleb Duran, the senior linebacker. There are a couple of Cashion Wildcats, and now it's third down and 7 for Hooker in their opening drive. Third and long. Landon Lee is the single setback. He carried for 2 earlier on this drive. Now they flip him from the right to left side of the quarterback, Keith Martins, with 3 receivers left and 1 on the near side. It's a 4-man defensive front. Rolling away for the pressure as Martins. Keith wants to keep it. Now he dumps it off, and the ball almost intercepted. It was knocked down, incomplete. Reading that play perfectly was the linebacker, Austin Compton. And that is a 3-and-out, Adam, and a good start for Lynn Shackelford's club.
Big time first defensive stop for the Wildcats. Todd, I'm glad to join you. Had some technical issues, but we are up and running.
When you are the boss, you wear many hats.
Tyler Kerr saving us.
He's done that many of times over the years. On to punt, Trace Duncan. He'll stand with his heels on the 25-yard line. Good snap back. Gets a right leg into it. It's a spinning kick. Nobody back for Cashion. It hits at the 40, and he's going to get 15 yards on the roll. Is it a roll dead at the 25-yard line? It wasn't impressive, but it will work, and Cashion will have it at their own 25-yard line with 9:15 to play here in the scoreless first quarter. First down and 10. They'll empty the backfield for Kellen Smith. They really like him as an all-around athlete. Here at Cashion, they move 2 tight ends to the right side. Moving that way is Smith. He circles all the way back to the 15, throws the cross the way. It was high, but King Underwood had his hands on it, but dropped it. Pass incomplete. Daniel Quezada, the senior, 5'8", 160 pounds at strong safety, was on the coverage.
What a good-looking throw on the move for the youngster, the QB from Cashion. Like you mentioned him earlier, Todd. He's a good-looking youngster.
Adam, you're very familiar with Cashion football. You actually coached here at one point, been part of this run that they've had. Last 2 years have been un-Wildcat-like, but they think this young bunch is going to get them back.
Yeah, I think this sophomore group is a group that can bring them back. But, when you've had the success they've had for as long as they have, there's going to be down years.
Smith to throw. Nobody there except the safety, Keelan Robinson. And he could not make the catch. It looked like he made it, but they say the ball hit the ground first. It's going to be an incompleted pass. And Cashion now, in 6 snaps, has a total of -5 yards and face 3rd and 10 again.
The athletes across the board for Hooker, man. You want to talk about some size too, Todd. This is a big team for Class A.
It is, and they're fast. They've won back-to-back state championships in boys track and field. Smith to throw inside the 20, throws near side, and it's incomplete. Should have been intercepted. He was looking to the near side for Max Hockton. He overthrew him. Duncan was in pursuit, and Trace had the ball hit his hands and bound incomplete. And now a pair of 3-and-outs to start the ball game for the Cashion offense.
Well, it's going to be tough sledding, obviously, offensively for Cashion. They're going to have to find some things. It's going to be tough to run the ball, obviously.
In rival fields, will be on to punt, this time with worse field position. He stands at the 15, not much pressure. He gets a high end-over-end kick, and Duncan is going to call for the fair catch, waving his arm at the 43-yard line. So a 27, make that a 34-yard punt. It'll be first down and 10 for Hooker as we play with 9:09 to play here in the opening quarter. And there is no score. Bulldogs about to scrimmage for the second time with their best field position of the night at the 43-yard line. Another good crowd wearing the maroon and gold of Cashion here on the home side, and across the way, a very good contingent making the trip down to Central Oklahoma from the Panhandle, representing the Bulldogs. From the 43, first down and 10, two backs in the backfield. The give goes to Justin Palacios, and the sophomore gets some positive yardage all the way to the 50-yard line, running behind Jonathan Cano, the 225-pound left guard. From tackle to tackle, that Hooker offensive line averages 241, but it's bolstered by Rhett Nunley. You can see him on the near side, number 75. He tips the scales at 335 pounds.
Number 5 out there for Hooker ain't a small lad either, Todd.
No, he's
got
not.
Him at fullback.
That's Peyton Parker. He is listed at 240 pounds. He motions from right to left. Out of the pistol, they'll hand it to Palacios again. He has a first down. Makes a jump cut and gets to the 45 of Cashion. He needed 3, and he picks up 5. First down, number 1 for either side, and it belongs to Hooker with under 8.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. First down of the night for Trevor Powers Bulldogs, who can come in ranked second behind the defending state champions from Fairview. Those two will meet in the Panhandle next week. From the 45, back to throw. Martin's throwing near side, and the ball is caught and juggled and dropped by Keelan Robinson. He nearly made the acrobatic catch, but I'll tell you this, Hank Brown has got to turn around at him and make a play on that ball.
Yeah, I don't think he saw the ball. His teammates probably need to help him a little bit too, call ball or something, but almost a great catch there by Robinson.
Clock stops with an airliner to play here in the first quarter. 7:47 from Maxim Field in Cashion. No score between the pair of 4-1 teams, Cashion and Hooker. Bulldogs since 2019 have won 9 or more games in every season. Now it's a keeper for Martins, and he is hemmed in, and he is going to gain a yard to the 44. They diagnosed that very, very well. And one of the leading defenders was Caleb Durand. You can see him on the near side doing a dance in celebration.
Yeah, been impressed here early on up front for the Wildcats. Obviously outsized for sure, but been doing a good job against the run.
Hooker faces 3rd and 9. They're 0 of 1 on third down tries here with the first half, as we're under 7 minutes now to play in the opening quarter. Each team with 2 offensive possessions. 2 receivers to the near side. Landon Lee, the running back, is one of those. He's in the slot. Keelan Robinson, who was targeted on the first play of scrimmage of this drive, is split this way as well. They have a pair wide left, and they're going to throw a slip screen for Robinson with running room down the middle of the field. 40. Bounces right, 30. He's off to the foot races, and he's gone. He is in for a touchdown on a 44-yard swing pass, and there is the speed that is so deadly from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, great play call that time by Coach Powers. Caught Cashion and a linebacker blitz. Both linebackers came blitzing up the middle. A lot of times on those screen plays, it's a linebacker you got to look for to make that play, and unfortunate play call there, but great offensive play call.
That takes Robinson over 500 yards receiving, and believe it or not, we're only in week 6, and that's his 9th touchdown of his junior season. So on a senior-laden ball club, he is one that they're going to lean on next year when they have to replace a whole bunch of veteran players. Out of the gun on the swinging gate, it is Martins. He'll try to throw for the 2-point conversion, and it is incomplete. Looking that time on the near side for Keelan Robinson, and that will end the try for 2. So a 5-play drive for the Bulldogs, 44 of that coming through the air. And with 6:54 to play in the first quarter, it's Hooker 6, Cashion nothing on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, Bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging work seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Diesel Horse Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Diesel Horse get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
For a bank that's big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you, turn to Alva State Bank. Whether you're opening your first checking account, going to college, starting a small business, planning a wedding, or having a baby, Alva State Bank is here for all of life's milestones. To learn more, visit any Alva State.
Trace Duncan to kick it away. A deeper end-over-end kick. Hank Brown fumbles it at the 18, picks it up outside the numbers. He's to the 30, and down he goes. He ran right into Riker Hill on special teams, but good starting field position after the return by Hank Brown for Cashion. Down 7-0 here with 6:47 to play in the first quarter. That last scoring drive, 5 plays, 57 yards, and it took about 2.5 minutes of time off the clock. Cashion officially will start at the 38-yard line with 6:47 to play here in the first quarter. Along with Adam Dieselhorst to the crew, I'm Todd Miller on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week from Cashion. Single setback, rival fields. Out of the gun, Smith. Kellen with the pocket holding, moving right. Now he's going to try to run for it. He's across the 40, 45, first down to midfield, and he's knocked out of bounds in Hooker territory at the 46-yard line. Tell you what, he's pretty composed, Adam, for a young man that most players his age are playing JV football.
Yeah, they've been really impressed with him here early on. And obviously, you know, those first handful of pass plays, he looked a little rattled. But, you know, if he can get a few runs under his belt and make a few connections, look out.
16 yards on the pickup for a first down on the plus side of the 50 to the Hooker 46. Clock rolling with 6 minutes and 10 seconds to play here in the first quarter. 6-0. Bulldogs jump, but they got back. Cashion is changing the play now. The play clock is getting late. It's down to 4 seconds to snap it, and they'll throw it out left side. A screen for Grayson Davis. Good block. Bounces out left. First down to the 35, and Davis is out of bounds inside the 35 of Hooker. We heard a lot about Grayson Davis, who now has 13 catches in 26 catches and over 400 yards receiving in its first real varsity season.
Great check with me there by Coach Shackelford. Didn't like the first play call they had. They waited and saw the formation and zipped it out to the flats.
Rival fields, the single setback, a catch and run of 15, first down to the 31. Motion man is Davis. He starts right. Now back to throw is Smith. He'll throw it out for Grayson to the 30. Davis makes a cut left and a swallow under at the 26-yard line. They'll take that all night long on first down, 5 yards. They've seen something after their first 2 series, Adam, that they like.
Well, the one thing about Coach Shackelford is he uses a lot of pass plays like running plays. It's a lot of high percentage type pass plays that are just like a sweep play, and you're seeing that here.
5:25 to play here in the first quarter. 6-0 Hooker, but Cashion with their most impressive drive, 2 first downs that started their own 38. They're now at the Hooker 26. They empty the backfield. Fields to the near side. He will be the single receiver. Smith drops to the 34, throws deep left, and the ball is incomplete. It was on the fingertips of Max Higdon, and he was double covered. They've done a good job of the corner and the safeties over the top tonight.
Yeah, I really like the play call there. That ball was right there. Really well-thrown ball, but there was some traffic.
Yeah, that's the type arm we were seeing in the pregame drills, and he was throwing it from the 40, 45-yard line right at the goal line and nearly off the fingertips of most of his receivers. So 3rd down and 5. Cashion, the row of 2 on 3rd down tries here in the first quarter. One back set is Fields. Now they're going to check with me again. They need to get to the 21-yard line just outside the Hooker red zone to extend this drive, and likely they're in 4-down territory. And now we get a timeout on the field.
Flag. It's going to be a false start.
It's a false start against Cashion. That's the mistakes young teams will make and can't afford to make.
Yeah, and I think they saw something out here. Davis, again, the way they're aligned, I think they could have caught him in the flats and at least picked up about half of that yardage they needed for sure. So this makes it a different play call situation,
so
Todd.
Instead of being 3rd and 5, very manageable, they're 3rd in double digits again, 14-10, and now 10 yards. They're 3 third-down conversion tries. They're back at the 31. Fake the handoff. Under pressure is Smith. He runs away for the pressure, gets to the corner. He is stood up and ushered out of bounds near the 26-yard line. He was pushed out of bounds by the sophomore quarter, Justin Palacios, but it's going to bring up 4th down and about 6 to keep this drive alive with 5:02 to play in the first quarter.
Really like the grit from the Smith kid. Man, he had the whole pocket collapsed around him, Todd, and he was just calm and busted out there and got some yardage out of it.
They said he only managed to pick up 3. They said he stepped out of the 28, not the 26. So it's 4th down and 7. They're going to go for it. Down a touchdown to the halfway point of the first quarter. Twins both left and right. Smith to throw. Steps up. Now Kellen's going to try to run for it. Gets to the corner, but he will not get to the first down marker. He's undercut just inside the 25-yard line. And there you see the speed from the Mike linebacker, Aiden Woldridge, who came in with 48 tackles to lead all defenders for Hooker.
Yeah, big-time stop by the Bulldogs there, and defense tightened up for Hooker and got a stop. That penalty really killed Cashion on that drive.
So the drive bogs down to the 24-yard line. It will be 1st down and 10 for Hooker from that point with 4:56 to play in quarter number 1. They snap it quickly. Inside handoff. And breaking tackles that time is Landon Lee, and he has a 1st down to the 36-yard line. They went right behind the sophomore Gunnar Martins and the senior Jonathan Cano on that left side. He picks up 12 to the 36-yard line. Bulldogs want to hurry. Now they're checking to the far side. And their 8th-year head coach, Trevor Powers. 4:19 in counting to play here with the opening quarter. 6-0 Bulldogs. 2 backs in the backfield. They'll swing it out to the near side. Tatum Trimble with a catch, a block, and a flag is down as Trimble, for the time being, has a 1st down catch and run to the 49-yard line. But I think they're going to get Robinson on the near side for an illegal block. That's exactly what they're explaining to Keelan. So instead of being a 1st down catch and run of 13, they're going to be assessed a 10-yard penalty for a hold, and the line of scrimmage goes back to the 35-yard line. So will they, in terms of overall field position, lose just 1 for the previous play? They lose about 16 yards after that play was erased. Clock stops with 4:16 to play here in the first period. 2 receivers to the far side, Trimble and Duncan. It was single receiver split to the near side. Martins with split backs to each side. Keep the throw. He's going to air it out deep right, looking for Robinson. He's got him in stride at the 30. He's off to the races, and he is gone for the touchdown. Keelan Robinson blew past the corner on the near side, and a perfectly thrown football from Cleet Martins. And Robinson has 2 touchdowns tonight and 10 for the season.
Yeah, and that right there is just a great throw and catch. Cashion could not get pressure on the quarterback, and he lofted that thing up in the air, and Robinson just ran under it.
65 yards on the pitch and catch. And it is 12-0 as the Bulldogs line up in the swinging gate to attempt a 2-point try. Tell you what, Cashion better be very, very careful that they don't lose this game in the first quarter and it gets away from them. This on the heels of what was the Wildcats' best drive of the night. Martins will try to throw for it on a slant over the middle, and it's incomplete. Looking for Robinson, who appears to be his favorite target statistically and on the gridiron tonight. We'll step aside, 4:08 to play here with the first quarter on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week. It's Hooker 12, Cashion nothing. Back after this.
For a bank that's big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you, turn to Alva State Bank. Whether you're opening your first checking account, going to college, starting a small business, planning a wedding, or having a baby, Alva State Bank is here for all of life's milestones. To learn more, visit any Alva State Bank branch or go online to alvastatebank.com. Alva State Bank. They plant roots where others have branches. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Hank Brown will get a chance to return it. He misplays it. Now has to play it on the hop back at the 10. Comes right to the 15. Gets out of initial contact and manages to get to the 21-yard line. I'll tell you what, Hank Brown, very fortunate they weren't pinned into even worse field position as he let that ball, as he misplayed it, go over his head. It took a bounce straight up in the air back at the 15. He was able to get minimal yardage out to the 21.
So far here early on, the Cats had one good offensive drive. When you're playing a team with the prowess of Hooker, you've got to try to keep the ball out of their hands. But on the defensive side, doing a really good job stopping the run, but it's been the big play that's hurt them early on.
One back in the backfield, offset to the right of Kellen Smith. Then they will shift Grayson Davis to the far side. Smith to throw again, looking deep right, and it's incomplete. Looking for Austin Compton, who was double covered that time by Robinson and Palacios. It's going to bring up second down and long. And you talk about this all the time. Football's a pretty simple game in the terms you have a chance to be successful if you could win on first and second down. That's been a big problem with the exception of their third drive of the night.
Yeah, and I think the thing you're seeing here too early on is obviously just the physicality up front with Hooker. Cashion's not even trying to make any kind of attempt to run the ball, and you've got to establish some kind of presence up front. It's tough to throw and catch all night long.
Double tight end. They'll shift to the right. That's Leighton and Slade Williams. Empty backfield. Kellen Smith will run to the right side where the double tight ends are. He's hit and dropped. Boy, he was buried back at the 13-yard line. Aiden Woldridge was the one that got back there and sacked him. And Cashion has hovered around the Mendoza line in terms of total offense here with this first quarter with under 3.5 minutes to go. It's a loss of 8 back to the 13-yard line, so it brings up 3rd and 18. And again, their third down conversions have been a 14, 10, 10, and now this one of 18. It's really putting yourself behind the chains. Not many coaches have third and fourth down and long on their play charts. They're going to throw it to the near side, and it's incomplete. He was looking again for Max Higdon, and he was well covered by the corner Trace Duncan. So it's fourth down and a very quick 3-and-out series for the Wildcat offense, as in the punt is going to be Rival Fields, and he'll do it from his own goal line.
When you're 3rd and 20, your playbook shrinks a little bit. So obviously you don't have a lot of plays to go to, especially the way Hooker has dominated the line of scrimmage so far.
Robinson on the far side hash. Duncan on the near side to return the kick. Fields gets a leg into it. This is a good punt. It's going to hit at the 48, but takes a Hooker bounce to the 45. It hit a Bulldog, and Cashion has come up with the football. It hit the foot of Hunter Ray, who was trying to set the block. It hit his heel, and a very heads-up special teams play by Cashion gives them the football with the first turnover of the night.
You know, and the up man there is just blocking really those two. That's why you have two guys back there. One of those guys has to field the punt. It's tough when a ball's bouncing around to not let it hit you in the feet.
2:56 to play here in the first quarter. From the 46-yard line, a new set of downs for the Wildcat offense. Receiver is Max Higdon to the near side. 26 catches, 6 of those for scores. Handoff goes to Jayton Bolden. He's got running room outside the numbers to the 40, to the 30. And he's run down near the 28-yard line. And how about the blocking that time, Adam, on that left side from Duran and Juan Martinez?
Well, we talked about needing to be able to establish the run, and that's a big play, and maybe some success there can get things going for the Cats offensively. 26
yards, the longest run or play of the night for this Wildcat offense. And it comes with just over 2.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. 12-0 Bulldogs. Motion man is Slade Williams, the tight end, to line up to the far side. Grayson Davis is the single receiver wide right. In the backfield again is Bolton. They'll hand it to him again in a gaping hole. And he's down inside the red zone at the 20-yard line. And again, they called the number of Jaden Bolton, and he goes right behind those same two blockers.
Well, if you notice, Cashion's taken advantage of big number 75 being out of the game that time on both those plays, and they capitalized on that. Now Hooker hurries up and gets him back in.
I was going to say, thanks for talking him back in to bringing him in, 335 pounds. And you're right, he makes just a difference by just standing up.
Yeah.
Gain of 8 to the 20 brings up second down and 2 with 1:50 to play here in the first quarter. And the pass is knocked down to the line of scrimmage. He was looking for Grayson Davis, who had a first down and he was open, but the ball tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's big number 69 for Hooker to knock that ball down. Got his paws on it.
So it's going to bring up third down and short. Again, 4-down territory for Lynn Shackelford of the Cashion Wildcats. They have been so good here at Maxim Field over the years. They trail by 2 scores to the defending state runner-up in Class A and the number 2 ranked team in A1. They fake the handoff. Smith is going to keep it. He'll run for the first down as he angles left and is out of bounds inside the 20 all the way down to the 10-yard line. So it's first down and goal to go from there as Cashion tries to fight their way back into this ball game with a minute 42 to play in the opening quarter. For the Wildcats, this will be the 5th play of the drive that began after a punt hit one of the up blockers for Hooker. It was recovered to the 46. Bolton has gone all the way at running back, gets the handoff, trying to get out wide right. There's that speed again. He's going nowhere. Nate Hidalgo was back there. Rhett Nunley was back there. 2 of the 4 Bulldogs that corral him for a loss back to the 15. And it is now 2nd and goal to go.
Just Hooker makes it so tough. Their size up front, they got speed all over in the secondary and the skill position area.
Nunley is going to check out now, and they're going to bring in to the ball game, I believe, Gannon Hill, a junior in the secondary. So it's goal to go for the 15-yard line. Clock at 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Fake handoff. Smith looking left. Now he's going to have to run, and he's in trouble. He'll get a yard to the 14, no more. And well, I'll tell you what, you only have a couple of snaps of the finger against this Hooker defense to try and survey the field. Hayden Woldridge was in there on the stop again. He has been an animal out there here in this first quarter. Came in with 48 tackles. We told you to lead the charge with 8 for loss and 1 sack and a forced fumble. 3rd down and 14 at the 14-yard line. Bolton is out. Fields is back in. Offset to the left hip of Kellen Smith. 2 receivers this way. They're going to throw it out left. Ball is caught by Davis. He gets free of 1 defender and is able to get to the 16, but the play that's -2. And he really should have been dropped closer back to the 20-yard line as, again, Peyton Parker had his hands on him. And that will be the final play here for the first quarter. Through 12 minutes of this Class A1 District 1 matchup between a pair of 4-1 teams, it's number 2 Hooker leading number 6 Cashion 12-0. Back after these messages of the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you 1 check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
Rover Central.
There you see the score after 1. Hooker 12, Cashion nothing. I incorrectly told you it was goal to go. It's actually 4th down and 12 from the 14-yard line. So they're obviously going to go for it, trying to get their first points of the night on the board. They stack receivers both left and right of the formation. They're going to motion Grayson Davis to the near side. Back to throw is Kellen Smith. He's going to throw one up in the end zone, and it's intercepted and returned out to the 5-yard line, still on his feet to the 10, and he's finally ushered out of bounds. And it was picked off by Robinson, who has 2 touchdown catches, and now his first interception of the night. And, Adam, there was some real miscommunication there between a pair of sophomores in Smith and Davis.
Well, that ball has to be thrown a little quicker, but I tell you what, give it credit to Keelan Robinson. That guy's a ball hawk. He is all over the place so far. Like you said, 2 touchdowns and has already got an interception.
The bad news is Cashion turns it over. The good news is Hooker's going to start at the 10-yard line with 11:50 to play here in the opening half. They split the backs to each side of the quarterback. Martins is going to keep it, and Martins runs into a stone wall at the 10-yard line. Tell you what, this Cashion defense up front is really holding up pretty well here in the first quarter against a veteran offensive line. But give him a 2-yard gain out to the 12.
It's Austin Compton there on the tackle for the Cats.
Clock winding under 11.5 to play here in the first half. Don't forget to join us throughout the evening for our Pay Dirt show hosted by Cashion's own Ethan Suntken. Some big games going on around the state, and he'll take you around the state for highlights from those games. Among those, bags at Holdenville Crossings at Marlow and Millwood at OCS. From the 12, it's 2nd and 8. They throw a little slip screen, and guess who? It's Robinson down the middle of the field. Bounces out right, slips an ankle tackle. He is down the numbers and out of bounds past the 30-yard line. Robinson is on his way to a monster night against the Young Cats as he picks up 22 and a first down at the 34. So in 2 plays, the Bulldogs have moved for their own 10 upfield to the 34, and we're under 11 minutes now to play in the first half. Robinson, boy, he's a good-looking athlete. Lines up as one of 3 receivers on their side. Now they motion to the far side, and they're going to hand it off to him on the sweep. He gets out of an ankle tackle, and then he's corralled and wrestled down just shy of the 40-yard line, but that play almost goes for 6. And you talk about winning first down, that's what this veteran Hooker team is doing here tonight. They spotted at the 39, so it's a gain of 5. 10:25 to play here in the first half. Cleet Martins has thrown a couple of touchdown passes. He hands it off. Coming left is Lee. He is hit and then spun free of contact. Is down to the 44. The flag comes into the end of the play. Caleb Duran was the one that finally got him down after he'd slipped a would-be ankle tackle, but there was late contact at the end of the play. Now they're going to pick it up, and I think that's the right call, Adam, and there will be no penalty.
Yeah, he had a hold of his jersey, and he didn't horse collar either, so it was the right call. Good job of picking that up. It's going to be a first down anyway, though.
It will be a first down by half a yard to the 44-yard line. With 10:17 to play here for the first half, along with Adam Dieselhorst in the crew. Kelton and Tyler, I'm Todd Miller. Single setback. It's a 2-by-2 look for Cleet Martins. Now he's going to call his own number, cuts inside, bounces left 50, and is rolled down by Grayson Davis. That's a really good play by the youngster as he takes him down at the 47-yard line. If Davis doesn't get to him and hold on, that play may have gone for 6.
Yeah, good job that way, or that play by Cleet, being patient. He actually cut it back for some extra yardage.
2nd down and a yard. They're on the plus side of the 50 at the Cashion 47-yard line. Under 10 minutes and counting to play in the first half. Handoff straight ahead to Palacios. Nowhere to go. They stonewall him at the point of attack. And off the bottom of the pile was Travis Lofelholtz, who really has played well here early for the defensive end spot. The 3rd down and a yard of the 47. 9:15 in Canada play in the first half. 12-0. 2 tights. They'll throw it out the right flat for Trimble. He has it. First down and more. Outside the numbers to the 30, 25, 20, 15, to the 10, to the 5, and it's a touchdown for Hooker. And this thing is a track meet for the Bulldogs for the Oklahoma Panhandle.
Well, he showed his speed that time. Just a little simple pass out in the flats, and he just gets by him, and he's gone.
Trimble, before that catch, averaging 9.7 yards per catch. He gets 47 at his 2nd touchdown of the year on a little simple swing pass, and he just used his speed to outrun the Cashion defenders to the pylon. So it is now 18-0 Hooker with 9:07 to play here in the first half. Again, they'll go with the swinging gate for the 2-point attempt. Cleet Martins has thrown for 3 touchdowns. He's already over 150 yards passing, and we're early in the second quarter. Palacios is going to line up tight end right. Now they're going to empty the backfield as motion to the far side is Martins. They're going to try to throw for it, and the ball is caught for the 2-point conversion. And guess who threw it? Keelan Robinson. And the catch was made by Trace Duncan. So they went with semblance of a wildcat. They emptied the backfield with Martins, the quarterback. Robinson then threw for it to Duncan, and it's now 20-0 in favor of Hooker. We'll step aside. Timeout on the field. 9:07 to play. First half. It's Hooker 20, Cashion nothing to the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
For over a century, Sooner Plains Ag has been at the heart of our communities. Sooner Plains Ag is proud to support all area students and athletes from their hometowns and yours. Sooner Plains Ag is ready to service your grain, fertilizer, and farm supply needs. You can also fill up at one of their 2 convenience stores in Fairview and Mino. Sooner Plains Ag is honored to serve their member owners in their 4-county area for more than 100 years. Sooner Plains Ag, farmers helping farmers. It's that simple.
Very short 7-play drive, Adam Dieselhorst. So the game plan is pretty simple. If you're the Hooker Bulldogs, get the ball into your playmakers' hands on the perimeter and let them use their speed.
Yeah, just big plays all night. Missed tackles by Cashion. Opportunities in the deep throws, and you got to give Hooker a lot of credit.
Duncan's kickoff, handled to the far side by Grayson Davis. Gets outside of the 25, cuts left to the 30. Davis to the 36-yard line, and he is swallowed under there by a blue and white wave. Still pretty good starting field position. This team has been able to move the ball, but they've seemingly shot themselves in the foot every drive to end drives early.
Yeah, the last 2 drives, they've gotten the ball down into Hooker territory, and just seems like Hooker really kind of tightens up. And but Cashion's, had opportunities like we talked about. The last drive they had, that penalty really killed them.
8:59 to play here in the first half. It's officially 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Kellen Smith will have a single setback in the backfield. That's rival fields. We saw a lot of Bolton on the last series. They throw it out for Davis. It was almost intercepted. Davis is going to take it, and he has a first down and more. 50 outside to the 46-yard line. And that ball was nearly intercepted, Adam, as the throw did not get to Davis very quickly, and the blitzing linebacker nearly picked it off for 6.
Big time block out there by King Underwood, just a freshman for the Cats. He did a great job blocking there.
16 yards of first down for Cashion on Hooker's side of the field of the 47-yard line. 8:50 to play. The clock is stopped here for the second quarter. Get you some scores from Class A1 after this play. Big one between number 5, Tonkawa, and number 9, Pawhuska last night. Smith to throw, steps up, pump fakes, pulls it down, and down he goes, right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe he'll fall forward for a half yard. 2nd and 10. That game last night, Pawhuska ranked 9th, Tonkawa 5th, and it was all Huskies at home, 50-12 over the Buccaneers. 6th-ranked Christian Heritage 42-6 over Stratford. Frederick and Hobart renewed their rivalry in southwestern Oklahoma. The Bearcats 27-16 winners in Pecola all over Hobart last night, 60-16. 2nd down and 10 from the 47. Smith, a deep roll all the way back to the 42. Throws near side, and it's incomplete. They're going to get a flag on the play as Nate Hidalgo is going to be called for a late hit on Kellen Smith.
Maybe a roughing the passer, horse collar.
That's exactly what it is. Horse collar against Hooker, 15 yards, and the ball now will come to a rest at the Bulldog 32-yard line.
Man, that's a silly penalty if you're Hooker there. You've got the play stopped. Really almost an interception that was thrown. You definitely do not want to bail Cashion out and give them extra opportunities.
The head coach for Hooker is Trevor Powers in his 8th year. He was 500 his first season. He is now 72-22 out in the Panhandle as the Bulldogs head coach. He is the all-time winningest coach in program history. We'll tell you more about it after this play. From the 32, it's 1st down and 10. Grayson Davis motions. They throw it for Davis near side. Turns upfield 25. Slips an ankle tackle. Bounce off another 20 to the 15. Davis inside the 15 has brought Cashion into the Hooker red zone. This guy is tough as a $2 steak. I mean, you cannot get him down.
Yeah, great job. Like you said, bouncing off the tackler there. Good run.
19 yards, and most of that was done after the catch. They're inside the red zone of the 13-yard line. Clock begins to roll with 7:17 to play here in the first half. Deepest penetration of the night for the Wildcats. Rival Fields is in the backfield. Smith steps, drops, pump fakes, looking right, throws, and the ball incomplete and almost intercepted at the goal line.
That was a risky throw there. He let that ball kind of airmail on him.
Tell you what you can call that, though, is a coverage mistake, because that offensive front for the Wildcats did a good job keeping the Big Uglies out front away for their quarterback.
Yeah, Cashion's doing a better job pass blocking the last couple of possessions.
2nd and 10 of the 13-yard line. Clock stops with 7:07 to go in the first half. 20-0 Hooker in a number 2 versus number 6 matchup. Smith swings it out near side. He has Fields with some blockers, and he's hit for the touchdown. Rival Fields is on and into the end zone for the first Cashion score of the night, and they set that pass play up perfectly.
Now the big-time play call there by Coach Shackelford, just slipping the fullback or tight end out in the flat, little screen play for the touchdown.
3rd touchdown for Fields this season, 2nd receiving. And here is Adelie Jerry, the senior place kicker. Jerry's kick is on the way, and it is good. So we have a brand new ball game with 6:59 to play here in the first half. It's Hooker 20, Cashion 7. We're going to keep it right here and talk a little bit about Adelie Jerry, who some people may not know. She has been a pioneer and a trendsetter in Oklahoma high school sports. She, in the summer of 2021, went to Lincoln Riley's OU football camp. That's where she really felt like she belonged to the football field as a kicker. And she has a state championship ring for the Wildcats run in 2021. Her first love was soccer, Adam. She had to step away because of hip injuries. Shaq said earlier this year in an article by Jordan Davis of the Oklahoman, at the time Adelie came on, we needed a kicker because at that point the Wildcats had all but abandoned a single extra point and was going for 2.
Yeah, and you talked about it the other night. I believe she won homecoming queen and made 5 extra points. So she's a fantastic kicker. She does a really good job for this team, and it's obviously something that's not the norm, but congrats to her and her commitment and effort, and obviously the commitment from Cashion and the community, and also Coach Shackelford and his staff to believe in her.
In that article, I thought it was really cool to hear Shaq say, or read that Shaq say, I've done a lot of cool things, but watching her line up and kick that extra point for the first time might have been the coolest thing I've seen.
Yeah, it is. It's cool. Well, big-time answer for the Cats here, obviously. Hooker has really kind of done whatever they wanted with the big play, and but that was a big answer for Cashion.
Brady Nichols and not Jerry will kick off. And here is the left to right pooch kick. It's a line drive kick, filled to the 32-yard line, across the 35 to the 40. That's Robinson, and he's wrestled down shy of the 43-yard line. So 1st down and 10 for Hooker. Let's see if the momentum for that touchdown drive of the Wildcats can spill over to their defense. Incidentally, if you want to hear more about Adelie Jerry, tomorrow on the Metro Football PC report on 1340 The Game in Oklahoma City at 9:15, Adelie Jerry will be on with John Brooks, so they'll talk about her career in high school football.
Good stuff.
1st down and 10 to the 43-yard line. They'll motion a man to the far side. Now they give straight ahead to Palacios. He's into the 2nd level, and he's cut down at the 48-yard line. He'll pick up about 5 on 1st down, and that play will take us near 6.5 minutes to go in the first half.
That time the line up front for Hooker got a little bit of a surge.
Again, if you want to listen to that interview, it's on 1340 The Game in Oklahoma City, 9:15 tomorrow morning. From the 48, they fake the toss sweep. Now they hand it off, coming left. That's Robinson. He has a 1st down and more, 40. A flag is down. Robinson tries to walk a tightrope, but he's out of bounds near the 20, but it's coming back as the crowd saw that just as the linesman on the near side grabbed for the old hanky, they were screaming hold.
That's definitely going to be a hold there. The wide receiver got a hold of him on the inside of the jersey.
Tell you what, Keelan Robinson is going to rest well going back to the Panhandle. He has done everything. So instead of being near the 20, they lose about 30 yards in field position. They gain 2 yards net on the original snap, and they get 2nd down over. So it is 2nd down and 3 at midfield for Hooker. Bulldogs today have had the football 4 times. They've scored on 3 of those. All 3 touchdown passes from Cleet Martin, so they've all been big plays, 44, 65, and 47 yards. 6:15 to play here in the first half. They hand it off to Palacios with running room right, trying to get to the end. Does. He has a first down, 40, lowers his head and takes on the defenders near the 35-yard line. He's going to pick up 16 to the 34-yard line.
Now Hooker's starting to see some big-time success running the ball early on. Cashion was doing a good job of stopping that, and the big play was what's killing them. Now the running game is starting to gash them.
This is an impressive program that they have out in the Panhandle. Trevor Powers has 47 kids on his roster. Hand off to Landon Lee, sweeping right. And Lee is at the 30, so give him 4. And just on the surge of that offensive front that averages 241 pounds, Adam, they're picking up 3, 4, 5 yards a pop on first down.
Yeah, when you're that big and you start leaning on that line, players get tired, and those 2 to 3 yard runs start being 4 and 5. And then, the kind of elite athletes that Hooker has, they're going to bust some here and there.
5:41 to play here in the first half. Todd Miller, Adam Dieselhorst with you from Maxim Field in Cashion. It'll be with our buddy Tyler again tonight. 2nd and 6, hand off to Palacios. Flag is down. That's coming back. Palacios is knocked down to the 25-yard line, but we're going to get a hold of the right side of the offensive line. Here is the white cap. We'll get the indication. It's actually a chop block called against the Bulldogs. I didn't see it, but something happened just about the time that Palacios tried to get into the second level of the defense. So the chop block puts it back to the 40, brings up 2nd down and 16 for the Bulldogs. 5.5 minutes to play here in the first half. And while we have a moment, I just want to say thank you to Shackelford and Powers. They were outstanding to work with this week. I'm telling you, when you do high school football, it's always a joy when you work with coaches that know what they're doing and they're willing to help the media. Palacios, a slot left. They have a receiver wide right and a receiver dunk into the near side. They fake the handoff, going to throw over the middle. Palacios wide open to the 25, and he's gone. Another 40-plus yard touchdown pass from Cleet Martins. This time it's Palacios who has his first receiving touchdown of his sophomore season.
Great play call by Coach Powers, and Hooker strikes again. Man, they were tough offensively.
Hooker has put up 50 and 48 points since district play started 2 weeks ago in wins over Sayre and Hinton, and they're well on their way tonight with 26 points and still 5:14 to play in the first half. In the backfield is Cleet Martins, and Martins is going to run it himself easily for the 2-point conversion. They just spread Cashion out that time, and Martins could have gone for about 20 for that 2-point try. Time out of the field, 5:14 to play before halftime. Hooker 28, Cashion 7 on the High Plains Insurance Game of the Week here on Squirtle.
Brahms Banana Fudge Sundae gives a whole new meaning to decadent taste. 2 creamy scoops of premium vanilla ice cream overflowing with delicious hot fudge and fresh slices of banana to create the perfect balance between the fruity banana flavor and rich hot fudge. Treat yourself to a banana fudge sundae at Brahms, where every spoonful is pure bliss.
4 plays, 57 yards, 4th different touchdown pass tonight for Martins. Here's the return from Davis, just shy of the 20. Trying to get out wide right, 25, cuts left, and it's going to be hit near the 30-yard line. Folks, if you're hungry, head to Brahms after the game for a bacon cheeseburger and milkshake made with Brahms A2 fresh milk. First and 10 at the 30-yard line for the Cashion Wildcats. 5:06 to play here in the first half. And if you haven't ever tuned us in for Squirtle Pay Dirt, do so with Cashion's own Ethan Sunken. That's going on among the featured games, Wynnewood at Minco, and a good 8-man battle with Northwest Oklahoma, Waukomis at Covington Douglas. From the 30-yard line, it's first down at 10. They empty the backfield for Kellen Smith. Smith awaiting the snap back from Caden Seeley. Hooker has 3 down linemen. They look like they're going to apply some pressure off the edge. Now Smith backs away as he gets the snap, throws it out left. Ball was low, and the catch is made by Grayson Davis at the 35-yard line. So a gain of 4.5 is going to bring up second down at about 6. Clock rolling. We're at trip 4s to play here in the first half. You see the score on your screen, 28-7 Hooker. They've scored in 4 straight possessions after going 3 and out in their opening drive tonight against the Wildcat defense. 3 receivers to the wide side. That's the near side. Smith is going to set up a screen, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Rival Fields. Not very well thrown, and it's going to bring it 3rd and 6.
Yeah, if you get that ball thrown to the right spot and lead your man, you got about 8-9 yards there. They're doing a good job. These younger wide receivers are out wide blocking.
Incidentally, a big thank you to our fine friends at Brahms for their support of high school sports here on the Squirtle family of networks. 3rd and 6 at the 34-yard line. Clock stops with 4:29 to play. They really need to pick up a first down here.
No doubt. You don't want to get the ball back in Hooker's hands.
2 receivers left to right. They motion him in. That is Fields. And the pass for Davis over the middle is broken up, incomplete, as Aiden Woldridge was there in coverage. It's going to bring up 4th down, so the drive bogs down after they picked up 4 on first down.
Better defense that time by Hooker. Hooker actually defensively has been, but not broke, a handful of times here as Cashion's been in their territory on about 3 different possessions, but have only been able to score once.
About the only thing Keelan Robinson has not done tonight is take it to the house on a punt return. He is one of the 2 deep return men along with Trace Duncan. High snap, and Fields gets a leg into it. He's going to kick it to the near side. This time it takes a big cash and roll hit of the 42, and he gets 12 yards out of the roll. It's down at the 30. So a 36-yard punt for Rival Fields. And Hooker will have it with 4 and some change to go here in the first half.
Halftime will have performances from the Cashion cheerleaders and the pride of Cashion, as well as a special presentation at halftime.
See if the Bulldogs keep the pedal to the metal. Of course, the district, you want to get all the district points you can. It's a max of 15. Right now, they lead by 21. Now some confusion in the backfield with Palacios and the quarterback Martins. Now they line Lee up to the right in the backfield as well. They'll sweep it wide to the far side with Justin Palacios.
Good blocking.
40, 45. Look at the blocks. 50, 40. He may go. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Justin Palacios from 70 yards. That by 5 is his longest run this season and his 8th rushing touchdown in 6 games.
Great blocking on the edge that time by Hooker. And then this time you see another weapon, Palacios.
One of the reasons that Vipe had named him to the All-A1 team as an athlete. And again, he is a rare underclassman that's seen a lot of playing time for Hooker. Bulldogs will try to make it 36-7 with 3:56 to play here in the first half. So if Cashion was hoping they would catch Hooker peeking ahead to Fairview next week, that has not been the case. Martin's the only setback. He's out of the gun. He wants to run for it. Gets away from 2 defenders, runs right, gets inside the 5, dives. Did he get there? Still no indication for the official, and Cashion is saying they've denied him inside the 1-yard line. So the try for 2 fails, and we'll take a timeout. 3:56 to play in the first half. Number 2 Hooker over number 6 Cashion. 34-7 here on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
No matter what comes our way, we'll always put you first. You're more than a patient. You're someone we care about. And we're working hard every day to keep you safe and continue to give you the best care so you can feel comfortable here. Not because Stillwater Medical is a healthcare provider, but because we're your provider. And we're ready to see you and serve you right here at home.
Feel safe.
Duncan to kick it away from right to left, and it's a short end-over-end kick. It's going to be returned by Davis at the 21. Coming right, 25. Gets free of one defender, won't get free of a second. He's going to be pushed back by Nate Hidalgo, who just wouldn't give up on the play, and now a flag comes in as he's going to be called for a late hit. Adam, one thing we were talking about here in the booth, Cashion at halftime has got to figure out a way to get some containment of the perimeter.
Yeah, it's really difficult to defend Hooker, though. They have so many weapons. I mean, you've got to kind of, don't get me wrong, I totally agree with you, but they make it so difficult the way they play against you. You know, they can hit you up top, they can run right at you, and they're definitely vulnerable right now on the edge for sure. So that will be something I think that they'll have to make an adjustment at halftime.
Personal foul against Hidalgo. We told you after he just wouldn't give up, trying to get Davis to the ground. And with the penalty after the return, the ball rests at the 43-yard line. The other thing Cashion has got to do is start taking better angles to the sidelines. There's too much speed to make mistakes in fundamentals against this team. Hand off up the middle. Bolton with some running room is hit and fumbles it, but the ball's recovered out of bounds at midfield. Falling on it was Timmy Jones, the senior right tackle. 7 yards, though, by Jaden Bolden, who tonight has been, of the two backs, to me, the most impressive. They give him an extra yard to the 49 of Hooker, so it's an 8-yard run. 2nd down and 2. Clock stopped with 3:41 to play here in the first half. 34-7 Hooker. And before they snap the football, we get a false start called against Cashion. So here we go. You have 2nd and 2. Now it's back to 2nd and 7. And the line of scrimmage will go back to the 47-yard line in your own end of the field. This is such a disciplined program. You can bet Lynn Shackelford is not happy with the score, but he hates the self-inflicted mistakes.
Yeah, penalties in this kind of game, you can't take any kind of negative yardage. I mean, obviously, got to control the clock and, take some time off this thing. Now you're in a situation where you're down 4 scores.
2nd and 7 from the 46. Play action pass. They're going to throw it deep left, and the ball is incomplete.
Good look.
Out of the reach of Max Higdon. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Well, the problem you have when you can't run the football, you're forced to be very one-dimensional. And if you don't complete passes, you have a very, very short time of possession. And right now, Hooker is dominating that time of possession. And it's been because the Wildcats have had to throw a lot, having minimal success on the ground against this really good Bulldog defense. From their own 46, Kellen Smith operates, drops back to his 37-yard line. He's running out of time, and he's hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Smith took another shot at the end of that play, and it's another 3 and out thanks to a false start after they had gained 8 on 1st down.
Well, now you're in a really tough situation because there's still the way that Hooker's been scoring, 1, 2, 3, 4-play type drives. It has not taken them long to put points on the board.
Right now, they have the offense out there. However, the running back also is the punter in rival fields, and I like this decision to go for it. 4th and 7. Smith, pocket holds, throws, has a receiver, and it's through his hands at the 43-yard line. He had Higdon wide open, and the ball just went, it sailed a little bit on Smith, but still should have been caught. It went through Higdon's hands.
Yeah, Higdon needs to come up with that there. The ball was just a little bit high. I think he had to throw it high to get it over to the defender's arms, but I'm with you, Todd. I think you have to go for it there when you're down 4 scores.
1st down and 10 from the Cashion 46-yard line. It's still a long time to go with this big play offense, 2:49 to work with. 3 different receivers have caught touchdowns. Palacios tonight has a touchdown catch and a touchdown run. Martins with back split to each side, fakes the handoff, now gives it to Aiden Woldridge, and he will carry to the 43-yard line for a gain of 3. Second down upcoming. That'll take us under 2.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Timmy Jones was in there that last stop for Cashion. So we're seeing Woldridge in the backfield for the first time tonight. He is offset to the left of Martins, and the running back on the right is Lee. Martins to throw. He's going to go deep left again. Has a receiver, and it's caught. And then dropped at the 10-yard line. And Grayson Davis, the play happened with their back to us here to the press box, so we couldn't see. May have been the reason that ball was dropped.
He did. He punched it out, Todd. I actually got to look at it. Great defensive play there, because that was another good ball thrown by Cleet Martins.
Man, I like this kid, Grayson Davis. He is an athlete. And he is, as I said earlier, tougher than a $2 steak. I mean, he is not afraid of anybody. He's not going to back down. And now Cashion wants a timeout. We'll break with them. 2:11 to play before halftime. Hooker 34, the Wildcats 7 on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
Feel safe and secure with Arlo Wireless Outdoor Camera, available at Pioneer. Arlo offers top-notch protection with crystal clear video quality, rain or shine. Monitor your home from anywhere with remote smartphone access. Whether you're at home or on the go, Arlo keeps you connected to what matters most. Trust Arlo and Pioneer to keep your home safe and secure. Visit GoPioneer.com to get your Arlo wireless cameras today.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
For more than a century.
Third down and 7 for the Hooker Bulldogs at the 43-yard line. Back to throw is Cleet Martins. He's looking and throwing right. The ball's underthrown. It's up for grabs, and it is caught for a first down. That's Tatum Trimble. And he's to the 26-yard line, a gain of 17. That was just an athlete going over the top.
Just a great play there. I mean, and that's just, another athlete. We saw Trimble take that flats pass for a score, and then he's kept making circus catches now too.
Trimble came in 10 receptions for 97 yards. He has a 47-yard touchdown reception, his second score this year. A little bit of a delay as they ready things for play. It was a gain of 17, and they're just outside the red zone again with 1:25 to play in the half. Martins will keep it. Martins cuts left at the 10, and he's in for the touchdown. Boy, the water just parted right up the middle, and Martins took it himself, and he's having a huge first half as well on the ground and with his arm, but it's now 40-7.
Another great play there. That time it was just QB draw all the way. It was delayed. Martins did a good job of being patient and waiting, and takes it to the house.
Third straight game that Hooker has scored 40 or more. They'd scored 98 points the last 2 weeks. 50-20 on the road at Sayre and 48-20 last week at home over Hinton. Their season high is 70 when they beat Guyman to their home opener back in week number 2, 70-19. They're going to go for 2 again. Martins is going to try to throw forward a little slip screen to Duncan. Did he get in? No, he did not. They stopped him short of the goal line, so the try for 2 fails, and the score remains Hooker 40, Cashion 7. We'll take a break on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
For more than a century, you have made St. Mary's your healthcare choice. It might be our dedication, compassion, and skill, or the personalized patient experience. Perhaps it is our award-winning, high-quality care.
Whatever your reason, you trust St. Mary's will offer advanced technology and comprehensive care close to home. Learn more about our services at stmarysregional.com.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game.
Duncan sends it skyward, and again, it's going to be Davis on the far side hash to return. Grayson to the 25, sidesteps the defender.
Cut.
30. Grayson Davis to the 40, running left to midfield. Davis is finally tackled from behind inside the 45-yard line of Hooker. And while it's 40-7, it's never too late for a spark of momentum, and maybe the youngster will spur them going to the halftime locker room.
I tell you, Grayson Davis, he's a warrior, man. He's really made some big plays in this game. When he has a ball in the open field and space, he is tough to bring down.
Keep in mind, Hooker is going to get the football to start the second half. Cashion won and decided we want to be on offense first. From the plus side of the 50, it's 1st and 10 for Kellen Smith and company at the 43-yard line. He'll throw it out left, and the ball's batted down on the line of scrimmage. Nate Hidalgo was the one that broke the pass up, and that's his third pass breakup of the season. It's 2nd down and 10, and that stops the clock with 62 seconds to play here in the first half. Davis, Compton, Higdon, all three deployed as wide receivers to the near side. They have Gavin Layton, who is a tight end / fullback, lined up with his hand on the turf on the left side of the line of scrimmage. Inside handoff goes to rival field, so there was an opening. He's cut down to the 36-yard line, but not before he picks up 7. The clock continues to wind. We're under 50 seconds to play before halftime. A 3rd down and 3 from the Bulldog 36-yard line for Cashion. 40 seconds to go here in the first half. They snap it with 38. Handoff again. Goes to Fields, tiptoeing around the left end. And Fields is right near the first down marker at the 33-yard line. Whitecap already saying first down. So they will have to hurry and get ready to snap it once the chains are set. From the 33, this drive started back at their own 40, at their 43 after Grayson Davis with a 44-yard kickoff return. 3 receivers, including Davis, flanked to the near side. Smith is going to throw for Davis, looking for a block. Now he makes a cut left. Grayson inside the 35, down to the 30. And he was belted by Daniel Quezada. And we'll get a timeout on the field with 9 seconds to play here in the first half. It looks like that rival Fields is a little bit shaken up. He was doubled over. Now he's got his hands on his hips, and he's walking over to the near sideline. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 at the 32-yard line. 6 seconds now is what is on the clock. They officially stop it at 6 seconds. So a time for 1, maybe 2 more plays, likely just 1 unless you get a defensive penalty. Hooker last year went 12-3, 2 of the losses to Fairview. Back in 2022, the Bulldogs were 9-4, went to the state quarters. They went 19-6 from 2020 through 2021. Last time they were not above 500 was in 2019. They were 5-5. This is not a surprise that they're on their way to their 5th win. They returned 19 starters, 10 on offense, 9 on defense. And to get a roster that was stocked full of talent with 47 players on the opening day roster. 2 tight ends to the near side. They're going to shift them to the left side. Smith operates with an empty backfield. He's going to roll left. He's going to throw for Davis, and the ball is incomplete. Trace Duncan had a chance to intercept it. That stops the clock with 1 second to play, so there will be time for 1 more play, barring a defensive penalty. Todd Kerr, the head boys basketball coach and superintendent at Hooker, is going to join us here at halftime. Smith will take it and that will bring to a close the first 24 minutes of football here from Maxim Field. At halftime, number 2 Hooker, 40. Number 6 Cashion, 7. We'll be back after these messages on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
East River Roustabout, centrally located in Oklahoma, provides construction services specifically tailored for oilfield projects. Our team consists of highly skilled, experienced professionals who offer a wide range of services in construction, maintenance, and operations, focusing on both upstream and midstream sectors. With a combined 44 years of experience in pipeline and roustabout services, our team leads have a proven track record of success for major energy companies. So call the team at East River Roustabout today, 405-849-5156.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
Enabling Local. Sidwell Distribution is a local business that loves supporting Northwest Oklahoma schools and businesses. We are here to service all of your concession stands, restaurants, food trucks, churches, and more. With candy, paper goods, fried food basics, and even local products, we will exceed your expectations with competitive pricing and excellent service.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
The future comes fast.
Welcome back here to Maxim Field in Cashion. There you see our halftime score. Number 2 Hooker over number 6 Cashion, 40-7. Halftime festivities taking place as the Wildcats circle the wagons and hope to have a little bit more success in the second half. But Todd Kerr, the boys basketball coach and the superintendent of schools at Hooker, joins us. And Todd, I'll tell you what, that was an impressive first half of play. So many weapons and so much talent out there on the field.
Boy, we're really blessed right now to have such a great group of kids. We've got, obviously you can see we've got a ton of talent, skilled people. We're big and solid up front, and just a good time to be a Hooker Bulldog, that's for sure.
As you know, you can have talent, but it takes good coaching too. And Trevor Powers has done a really good job utilizing the strengths of this team.
Yes, he has. And, we haven't in the past really been known for football at Hooker. And since Coach Powers has been there, he has done a great job of turning that program into one of the best in the state in our class, So we're proud of him, what he's done. He's a good friend of mine. And, all those coaches down there, I appreciate. I got a vested interest. My son, Jace, defensive coordinator. And so it's just a special time for us.
Well, he ought to be happy with the way his boys are playing. Only 7 points to cash it here at Maxim Field. It's pretty impressive.
Yes, I think they've come along from early in the year. He's a young defensive coordinator, but he's really knowledgeable. Spends a ton of time, and so it's a good deal. I'm so blessed to be able to be in Hooker and to have this opportunity to be back home. And so I'm just excited about it.
You know as well as I do, because you've been around small school sports almost your entire life, Todd, that in small schools, athletes have to do everything. And success breeds success. You've 2 times won the state track championship. You went to the state finals last year in football. And, of course, basketball has been a perennial entrant into the area in state tournaments.
Yeah, it's, our kids do everything. There's a lot of people in the state started basketball practice on October 1st. Well, I've got no kids available. I've got all but 3 of my guys are on the football team, and the other 3 are on the defending state champion cross country team. So we get a little later start than most.
Looking ahead to the basketball season, what I hear, Bulldogs are going to be in the thick of things in Class 2A. May take you a little while getting the football pads off and into basketball.
Yeah, it's a good thing for sure, and we'll take it. But we're going to get a little later start than everybody else. I like my squad. You see a lot of them out there. I mean, they're talented, hardworking kids, and we hope to be able to, to make a run.
That's one of the things about kids in Northwest Oklahoma and the Oklahoma Panhandle, isn't it? I mean, they are hardworking young men and women.
Yeah, I think because of where we're at, I think it just breeds a little more toughness and that work ethic that we still have out in those areas makes us proud.
By the way, happy birthday. Are you still in Oklahoma City or are you going back?
No, I'm going back home tonight. Hope to be around to watch the little football tomorrow.
I understand. So basically you spent your birthday on the road is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Was it 4.5 hours down and 4.5 hours back?
Yeah, that's it. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I can't remember a time that my birthday or even our anniversary that I haven't been at a game, at a football field, or in a gym. So it's just the way of life.
Happy 32nd, Todd.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Good to see you. Good
You
luck
too.
this season.
You too. Thank you very much. Appreciate you having me.
Todd Kerr visiting with us here at halftime as we're at the High Plains Insurance Game of the Week on Squirtle. Hooker all over Cashion, 40-7 is our score. We'll take a break and have more after these messages here on Squirtle.
Which is why it's important to start planning for tomorrow today. So whether you're setting aside money for something special or just safeguarding it against a rainy day, at Gateway, we've got competitive rates on a full suite of savings products. So consider us your gateway to earning money on your money. Open a high-yield savings account with an annual percentage yield of 3.5%. Visit gatewayfirst.com. Gateway First Bank, member FDIC.
Summer job, babysitting money, graduation gifts. Sounds like it's time to open a free student checking account with Communication Federal Credit Union. It's made for teens and tweens. Open your new account and get a free Visa debit card for secure shopping power online or in stores. Plus, mom and dad can transfer money in and manage it all from the app. Go to comfedcu.org for details. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Farming today isn't just about hard work. It's about making smart choices. That's where Correction Line Ag and BW Fusion step in. We're redefining crop nutrition with cutting-edge biology that delivers real results. Stop relying on outdated methods. It's time for a fresh approach. CLA delivers data-driven solutions tailored for every growth stage, boosting your farm's ROI. Ready to get started? Call 833-CLA-SOIL or visit correctionlineag.com. Smarter farming starts here.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Dave at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
For a bank that's big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you, turn to Alva State Bank. Whether you're opening your first checking account, going to college, starting a small business, planning a wedding, or having a baby, Alva State Bank is here for all of life's milestones. To learn more, visit any Alva State Bank branch or go online to alvastatebank.com. Alva State Bank. They plant roots where others have branches. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
For over a century, Sooner Plains Ag has been at the heart of our communities. Sooner Plains Ag is proud to support all area students and athletes from their hometowns and yours. Sooner Plains Ag is ready to service your grain, fertilizer, and farm supply needs. You can also fill up at one of their 2 convenience stores in Fairview and Mino. Sooner Plains Ag is honored to serve their member owners in their 4-county area for more than 100 years. Sooner Plains Ag, farmers helping farmers. It's that simple.
Brahms Banana Fudge Sundae gives a whole new meaning to decadent taste. 2 creamy scoops of premium vanilla ice cream overflowing with delicious hot fudge and fresh slices of banana to create the perfect balance between the fruity banana flavor and rich hot fudge. Treat yourself to a banana fudge sundae at Brahms, where every spoonful is pure bliss.
No matter what comes our way, we'll always put you first. You're more than a patient. You're someone we care about. And we're working hard every day to keep you safe and continue to give you the best care so you can feel comfortable here. Not because Stillwater Medical is a healthcare provider, but because we're your provider. And we're ready to see you and serve you right here at home.
Feel safe and secure with Arlo Wireless Outdoor Camera, available at Pioneer. Arlo offers top-notch protection with crystal clear video quality, rain or shine. Monitor your home from anywhere with remote smartphone access. Whether you're at home or on the go, Arlo keeps you connected to what matters most. Trust Arlo and Pioneer to keep your home safe and secure. Visit gopioneer.com to get your Arlo wireless cameras today.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
For more than a century, you have made St. Mary's your healthcare choice. It might be our dedication, compassion, and skill, or the personalized patient experience. Perhaps it is our award-winning, high-quality care. Whatever your reason, you trust St. Mary's will offer advanced technology and comprehensive care close to home. Learn more about our services at stmarysregional.com.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
East River Roustabout, centrally located in Oklahoma, provides construction services specifically tailored for oilfield projects. Our team consists of highly skilled, experienced professionals who offer a wide range of services in construction, maintenance, and operations, focusing on both upstream and midstream sectors. With a combined 44 years of experience in pipeline and roustabout services, our team leads have a proven track record of success for major energy companies. So call the team at East River Roustabout today, 405-849-5156.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief. These are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to Maxon Field of the campus of Cashion High School. Community divided by Logan and Kingfisher County lines. And right now it's a fan base that is divided. The north side of the stadium is happy. The south side of the stadium, not so much, as you see the score. Hooker 40, Cashion 7. It's been a big first half, and we thought it might be tonight, Adam, for Cleet Martins. Came in, completed 68% of his passes. He now has got over 1,000 yards passing. He has 4 touchdown passes, 17 of the year. And I think of all the statistics we look at during the course of the year and all the sports that we cover here on Squirtle, the fact that this guy has thrown it nearly 100 times and has not had one interception to those 17 touchdown passes is mighty, mighty impressive.
Well, I've been really impressed with him. Last year, a couple of the games I watched him, he was rattled at quarterback. I think he was kind of injured too late in the year, but tonight he's been very impressive. Like you said, taking care of the balls, making all the different kinds of throws. Obviously, he's got incredible athletes, but that's what good quarterbacks do, right? They get the ball to their playmakers.
And speaking of that, congratulations to Fairview's Jax Bernard tonight with over 10,000 passing yards as a prep quarterback. And I thought you said it best on your post, Adam. We see a lot of athletes over the last 3.5 years, over 100 games that you work on the Squirtle Network, and he's as good as it gets. And, you know, he reminds me a little bit of Wes Welker. I think he's being overlooked because of where he plays. As you said to your post, I really think this guy could play at any level and be very, very efficient in the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's incredible to me because if he was playing in a Class 4A, 5A, or 6A school, where he would play a majority of those schools, he'd probably have as many offers as he wanted. But unfortunately, he plays at a smaller school. He doesn't play against the competition that typically some of those larger schools do and the athletes. But Todd, the thing about Jax, having seen him play over the years, and players like Cleet Martins and this Robinson kid, there are fantastic athletes in these small school levels. They just don't get the same respect that some of the bigger schools' kids do. But Jax Bernard is as good as there is in the state. I'd put him up there with the top 5 quarterbacks, regardless of class.
And I'll tell you this, he is as good of a kid as you're going to find. Sometimes kids that have that type of success, not all of them, but there are some that aren't the best of kids. And this guy is first class, all state, all the way, both as a person and a player.
Very humble kid. If you're ever around him, yes, sir, no, sir, very respectful. And he shows it out on the field, too. He's not a kid that gets super emotional. He doesn't taunt other athletes. He kind of lets his play do the talking, as you should say. And that's why Fairview's won back-to-back state champions and is right there to have an opportunity to win one again. But I tell you what, looking at this Hooker Bulldog team tonight, they're going to have a lot to say about that because this is a really impressive team.
If Fairview's to go 3 in a row, they're going to have to go, I guarantee, at some point through Hooker, their district rivals. However, for the Yellow Jackets, that seems to be a good thing. They've won 6 consecutive of the series. And I bring this up because we're talking about Jax who went over 10,000 passing yards tonight. But these two will play out in Hooker next Friday night. That'll be a game to follow, and I'm sure you can do it right here on our Squirtle family of networks.
Yes, sir. And I don't know if we'll be making the trip that far. I don't know if I can convince Tyler to make that trip. But if we had a Squirtle jet, we would try to make it out there. But I tell you what, I was looking at next week's list of games. There are some great games for next week that we're going to be able to pick from. I know one in a Class 2A, Washington and Marlow. That's going to be a heck of a game at Washington next week.
All right, we are at halftime, 40-7, number 2 Hooker over number 6 Cashion. The second half is coming up after this final break on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
Enabling local. Sidwell Distribution is a local business that loves supporting Northwest Oklahoma schools and businesses. We are here to service all of your concession stands, restaurants, food trucks, churches, and more. With candy, paper goods, fried food basics, and even local products, we will exceed your expectations with competitive pricing and excellent service.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service.
Brody Nichols, the junior, will place the ball on the tee at the 40-yard line. Hooker about to begin it. Cashion won and took the offensive possession first, went 3 and out to start the ball game. And now Hooker will have it to start the second half. Deep to receive the kick is Justin Palacios, the 170-pound sophomore who has a couple of touchdowns already tonight. They pooch it to the near side, and falling on the football is going to be Aiden Woolridge, and it's going to be very good starting field position for Hooker, and that may have been a sign of respect. They may feel like, hey, let's just stop him right here at the 43 and not give Palacios and all that speed a chance to return one to the other end of the field.
That's true. It was, I think.
All right, first down and 10 for Cleet Martins and company. They start on their own 43-yard line. First official play of the second half. 11:59 to play in the third. And if you haven't had a chance to flip over and watch our Pay Dirt show, we encourage you to do that. Beggs, Holdenville, Crossings, Marlow, Millwood, OCS, Wynnewood, and Minko, and Wacomas coming to Douglas, all being featured in week 6. Split backs to each side of Martins. They fake the handoff. Cleats is going to keep it on the near side. Now he options to Lee. Down the boundary he goes at the 45, and he's dump trucked down to the 43-yard line. It's going to be enough for a first down, and in honor of OU Texas, that took us back to the 70s there, Adam, with a little option play to the near side.
Yeah, the King would be proud of the option play.
14 yards of the option for the 43 to the 43. First down at number 1 of the second half for Hooker. 11:26 to play here in the third quarter, along with Adam Diesel-Horst. I'm Todd Miller. Big thank you to Kelton and Tyler, who's working our broadcast tonight and making it all happen. From the 43, Cashion jumps, and Jonathan Cano went falling backwards. He wasn't touched. He was trying to buy the call for the official. And I think he may have gotten the call.
He did.
That should warrant an Academy Award. Line of scrimmage at the 38-yard line. So Cashion has been their own worst enemy tonight with penalties on offense, and that one doesn't help them. So in one play and a 5-yard penalty, it's 19 yards upfield for this Bulldog offense, who racked up over 300 yards of offense in the first half. Back to throw is Martins. He's going to option right this time to Palacios on the quarter. 30, 25, bounces right out of a tackle, 20 to the 15. Justin is ushered out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. So they ran the first play to the near side and then went the other way to Palacios and worked it for double-digit yardage again, as they will have it first down and goal to go as the ball rests at the 7-yard line. So a 31-yard gain for Justin Palacios, who has over 160 total yards from scrimmage here tonight for Hooker. Palacios and Cleet Martins are looking to the far side. Hooker working the clock. It's under 11 minutes to play here in the third quarter. They're knocking again. They have scored in all but one possession, and that was their first possession of the night. Martins to throw. Up for grabs, and it's caught for the touchdown. That's Trace Duncan. Duncan just got inside position that time on the corner, and that is Grayson Davis. And Davis gives up a lot of ground to Trace Duncan, who's listed at 6'1" of the roster. And just like that, it's a 3-play drive, and Hooker out of the locker room has a 46-7 lead. Tell you what, that horn that Hooker has is obnoxious. But you know what? People better get used to it, because they're going to blow it a lot the way this team is. Now they're going to line up for a single extra point with Trace Duncan, who had the touchdown catch. The snap and ball is down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. 10:35 to play. Third quarter. Hooker 47, Cashion 7 on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Higdon and Davis to receive the kickoff from Duncan. Same spot at the 17 of the far side hash. It's Grayson to the 20, up to the 25, and he is stopped short of the 30-yard line. Tell you what, Hooker is so well coached. Their special teams have been very good tonight as well, and good kick coverage as they hem Grayson Davis in on the far side boundary. First and 10 of the 29-yard line with 10:13 to play here in the third quarter. More games of the week coming up next week here on Squirtle. And, of course, games from around the state on our family of networks as well. From the 29-yard line, Smith hands it off to rival Fields, and he bangs his way for a yard to the 30. And that was a violent collision between Fields and Wooldridge won that battle. So it's 2nd down and 9. The clock dips under 10 minutes to play here with the third. Big game in 2A2 tonight. Stroud and Alvin, the Goldbugs take you to the chin, Adam.
Yeah, I think Stroud's pretty good, Todd. I really do.
They'll swing it out in the flat for Davis. He gets a block coming near side. First down, 35 to the 40. And Grayson is hit hard, almost out of bounds by Keelan Robinson. But the catch goes for 10 and a first down on 2nd and 9.
Been really impressive with Davis tonight. That kid is a warrior.
Stroud is a team that competed in Class A last year. And were beaten in the playoffs by the Fairview Yellow Jackets en route to their championship matchup with the district rivals from Hooker.
Yeah, last 2 years they've been knocked out of the playoffs by Fairview and competed with Fairview a couple of years ago at Kingfisher.
2 receivers split short left, 2 to the near side, stacked right, back to throw Smith. Smith feels the pressure. Now he wants to run. He's going to pull up, dump it off, incomplete. Looking for Underwood. That play wasn't going to go for much. He would have been better off just to tuck it and run to the near side.
Yeah, other part about it, too, is not only is Hooker getting pressure, but they're also, every one of those guys that's pushing is about 6'2", 6'3", got about a 6'8" guy on one end, a 6'4" guy. It's hard to see over those guys.
I think Kellen Smith is getting a little happy feet, too.
Yeah.
And who could blame him because he's taking some shots from this Bulldog defense here in the first half. 8:15 and counting to play. The clock is rolling despite the incompleted pass. It's 2nd and 10 to the 40-yard line. 1-yard drop. Smith throws it out left. Ball caught behind the line of scrimmage. Fields. He has nowhere to go, and he's going to lose back to the 35-yard line. So he loses 5 as that play was well diagnosed. Wooldridge was there along with Nate Hidalgo. Hidalgo with 21 stops at the right defensive end position for the Bulldogs this year. They spotted the 36. It'll be 3rd down and 14. On conversions of 10 yards or more tonight, Cashion, is 0 for 5. Kind of tells you how the evening's gone. They put themselves behind the chains. 7.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Hooker led 40-7 at halftime. It's 47-7. Kellen Smith to drop. He's going to lob it up near side. Nobody is there with the exception of Duncan. And Duncan had the ball knocked out of his hands by Grayson Davis. There was nobody around Trace Davis until Grayson Davis got over to knock the ball out of his hands. So they pick up a first down, but now are going to be forced to punt it away. Clock continuing to roll under 7 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. And the most important thing in district football is that you win by 15 points. Doesn't matter if you win by 50 or 15, you get the same amount. Here's the snap back, no pressure. And Fields gets a leg into it. He's got a lot of high arc on that ball. It's caught at the 30-yard line. Robinson going back, and he's going to be tackled. Good kick coverage by the center, Caden Seeley, who was the first one down there for Lynn Shackelford's ball club.
Yeah, great effort there. Great coverage. And, Robinson's a guy that can take that thing to the house if you're not careful.
He loses yardage on the return of 5, and it's first down and 10 for Hooker at the 25-yard line with 6:20 to play and the clock rolling here in the third quarter. So apparently the coaches have decided we will play with a running clock. I don't think anyone is complaining about this at that point. Tyler will be able to get on to his Friday night activities, which as an adult probably includes sleeping.
Tyler got lost coming to Cashion, so.
Trimble and Duck into the near side. Handoff straight ahead as that goes to Landon Lee, and he banks his way to the 31-yard line, a gain of 6. I'm glad that's on tape because I don't know if that's ever been said on the airways of a broadcast before. Someone got lost coming to Cashion.
There's just 2 roads in, I think. Well, there's 4, but really 2 that are main roads.
Tyler came to a fork in the road, and the fork got him.
You guys shout out to Flower and Fennell where we had our pregame meal. How good was that?
That was unbelievable.
It was also a topic of our Squirtle blog this week that Coach Hardaway wrote.
Second down and 4. They hand it off right side as that's going to go to Wooldridge, and he has a first down. Out across the 35 to the 37-yard line, a gain of 6. That place was outstanding. And if you're ever in the Cashion area, make your way into town. Try that place, Flour and Fennel. It's an outstanding pizza place that has Detroit and New York style pizza. In fact, Hooker's head coach Trevor Powers says when he comes back down here, he's heard about that place. He's going over there and eating.
He's going to go check it out. Is that what he said?
Before the ball game.
Yeah, it's really good.
I wanted to eat there for no other reason to give Hardaway a vote of confidence that somebody actually reads his work.
The way this game may end, he may have time to eat over there tonight.
Landon Lee stood up and dropped. He'll lose a yard to the 36. He ran right into the heart of that defense. Matthew Stockton was the Vols' name. Second down and 11 with 4:15 to play here in the third. Bulldogs slowing things down, working the clock. Leading by 40 here at Cashion. This is not something that happens at Maxon Field very often. They'll throw it across the way. It's caught by Trimble, and he's blown up and dropped immediately in his tracks by Kellen Smith, who said, if you're going to hit me on offense, I'm going to hit you on defense.
Yeah, big-time play there. And you see the Wildcats, still competing.
Third and 11, so he closed quickly and dropped him for no gain as the clock dips towards 3.5 minutes to play in this third quarter. Hooker doesn't mind a rolling clock. They have a 4.5-hour bus drive back to the Oklahoma Panhandle. And they will turn their attentions to a rematch of last year's Class A state championship game won by Fairview 34-8. That was at Central Oklahoma's stadium. They'll throw over the middle, wide open, but underthrown and intercepted. It's Grayson Davis.
First pick of the year.
Davis with his first interception. Duncan Adam was streaking wide open down the field, and Cleet Martins underthrew him. And an athletic play turned him to the corner, Grayson Davis.
No, I meant Cleet Martins' his first interception.
Yeah, it is.
I said that wrong for you. So big play, though. We called Davis's name again, right?
He had 18 touchdown passes to no interceptions. First and 10 at the 43-yard line with 2:46 to play in the third period. Out of the gun, it's Smith. Fakes the handoff. And he'll throw deep for Davis, who can't make the diving catch. It'll bring up second down and 10. I know Shaq won't want to hear this. There's been a lot of great wide receivers in this program. In my opinion, and it's early, a lot of things can happen, but I think Davis has a chance to add his name to that list.
Yeah, he's a good one for sure. Just a sophomore. Cashion has had a load of great wide receivers, obviously, over the years. Kids that have played on to the next level, too, as well. But just a sophomore, so he's got an opportunity.
Second and 10. 2 minutes to play here with the third. Inside handoff to Jaden Bolton, and there's nowhere to go. He'll be dropped right at the line of scrimmage, so it's third and 10. And we're at 1:46 to play here the third quarter. It's good to be back with you, Adam. It's been a while since you and I have worked in the booth together.
It has, Todd. It's always good to call a game with you. So
you are the hardworking Squirtle employee / administrator of the week.
Appreciate
pulling
it.
Double duty last night in Oklahoma City and tonight here at Cashion. From the 43, they're going to check out of the play. The clock winds to 1:19, and now Lynn Shackelford wants a timeout. We'll take a quick 30-second break, 47-7. Hooker over Cashion of the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
The future comes fast, which is why it's important to start planning for tomorrow today. So whether you're setting aside money for something special or just safeguarding it against a rainy day, at Gateway, we've got competitive rates on a full suite of savings products. So consider us your gateway to earning money on your money. Open a high-yield savings account with an annual percentage yield of 3.5%. Visit gatewayfirst.com. Gateway First Bank, member FDIC.
Summer job, babysitting money, graduation gifts. Sounds like it's time to open a free student checking account with Communication Federal Credit Union. It's made for teens and tweens. Open your new account and get a free Visa debit card for secure shopping power online or in stores. Plus, mom and dad can transfer money in and manage it all from the app. Go to comfedcu.org for details. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Farming today isn't just about.
It'll be third down and 10 at the 43-yard line for Kellen Smith and company. Down 47-7 here in the third game of the A1 District 1 slate. Back to throw Smith, eludes the pressure. Can he get free of the second wave? No, he does not. He got free initially from Woldridge, stepped up in the pocket, and then Aiden ran him down from behind. It'll be a sack and a loss back to the 39-yard line. So 4th and 14 means the punt team coming on. During the break, my mouth started to water. We're talking about Boudig sandwich products. You know, Tyler is a cut above. He eats Hillshire.
Hillshire ham.
Not us.
I'm a big fan of the budded. But you got to use almost the whole package for it to actually be a sandwich.
Question. Or just put a couple slices of cheese on each side. Need it. Here's the punt. They almost got to it. Fields to the near side, hits at the 35. And it looked like it maybe hit a Hooker Bulldog.
It did.
And it did. And Cashion has recovered it.
It's the second time that's happened.
Was Gavin Layton, number 9.
It's pretty funny watching Trevor Powers over there just putting his hands over his face. It's the second time that's happened in this game.
And you know what? Those are things next week that will get you beat at home.
You bet they will.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Only touchdown belongs to the Bulldogs in their opening drive of Martin's pass to Duncan at 7 yards. Offense back out there. Smith out of the gun. Fields to his left. A 2-by-2 formation. Ball on the near side hash for the 36. Davis motions to the far side. And we get another timeout. This will be called by Cashion. You know, Tyler's got a degree from Oklahoma State, so he can afford to eat Hillshire Farms ham. I'd take some Boudig right now, wouldn't you?
Would too.
Anything interesting, Adam, on the Squirtle scoreboard?
Check it out. I have not looked.
Cashion is 7-15 their last 2 seasons. Prior to that, they'd won 9 or more games for 10 straight seasons. And this is a program that has been, up until a couple of years ago, the model of consistency that could stack up with about anybody in the state of Oklahoma. Already 4 wins this year, 1 more than they had last year in a 3-8 season.
Well, Pawnee put 80 up on Caney Valley. They won 80-0. Fairview leads Crescent 56-14, just starting the second half there.
80 in high school football is an incredible number. I don't care who you're playing or how you're doing it. 1st and 10 for the 36 after the special teams blunder by the Bulldogs. They motion a man to the far side. Smith sets a screen to the near side. Dumps it off the Fields, 30. Angles right, and Fields is out of bounds right at the first down marker of the 26.
It's a game of interest just down the road, game with big district implications. Deer Creek of Edmond leads Moore 23-14 early in the fourth quarter. Jinx all over Mustang 38-0 in the fourth, and the Union leads Norman North 28-22.
Flag came in at the end of the play, personal foul against Hooker, so they'll tack penalty yardage on to the end of the play. With 17 seconds to play here in the third quarter, they've primarily been using a running clock. The ball goes to the 18-yard line. Or, excuse me, the 13, so it was half the distance to the goal line. Rival Fields in the backfield with Kellen Smith. Third time tonight, Cashion has been into the red zone. They're 1 for 2. Likely the final play here in the third quarter. Smith claps his hands, gets the exchange, throws the pass incomplete. That may have been deflected on the line of scrimmage. Came up woefully short. He was looking for Max Higdon, and the incompletion will not stop the clock. Again, they're playing with a running clock, and that very well be the end of the third quarter. So with 12 minutes to go here in Class A1 District 1, it's all Hooker. The number 2 Bulldogs lead the number 6 Wildcats 47-7 on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
Farming today isn't just about hard work. It's about making smart choices. That's where Correction Line Ag and BW Fusion step in. We're redefining crop nutrition with cutting-edge biology that delivers real results. Stop relying on outdated methods. It's time for a fresh approach. CLA delivers data-driven solutions tailored for every growth stage, boosting your farm's ROI. Ready to get started? Call 833-CLA-SOIL or visit correctionlineag.com. Smarter farming starts here.
In our business and at our firm, It's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Underway in the fourth quarter, finds it second and 10 to the 18. Smith, a throw out left. Davis with the catch, turns upfield. He flips at the goal line. Grayson Davis is in for the touchdown.
Oh, what a play by Grayson Davis. Goes up high and somersaults in.
18-yard touchdown pass, Smith to Davis. That's his fifth touchdown of the year. And now they will line up for the extra point with Jerry. Adelaide Jerry approaches, kicks it in the air, and it is good. Tell you what, when you have a weapon like that in small school football, that can be huge as we go into late November. Timeout, 11:55 to play in the ball game. Hooker 47, Cashion 14 of the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week. It'll be Gavin Layton to kick off the football. 47-14. It's a line drive kick to the near side, scooped up at the 35, returned to the 40-yard line, and immediately Robinson is swung down after a very minimal return. It'll be first down and 10 as the clock rolls. We're at 11:45 to play in the ball game. See if Cleet Martins remains out there as the quarterback. And they have a big one next week at home against two-time defending state champion Fairview.
Yeah, that may be a consideration if you're Hooker here. Obviously, with the clock rolling, you may want to bring in some other guys. Can't afford to get an injury here up, 30-some points in the fourth quarter.
Martin's in a pistol formation, two tight ends each way. They're going to motion a man. Robinson to the far side. They option that way. Martins is hemmed in, gets out of the grasp of one defender and won't get free of a second. He got free initially that time from Max Higdon, but then was brought down by Juan Dominguez. 8-3 brings up second down and 7. We're already a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Each team with a touchdown since halftime. It was 40-7. Hooker at the break. Bulldogs lead the Wildcats now early in the fourth, 47-14. Empty backfield for Cleet Martins. He's going to throw it across the field and a screen for Palacios. He gets a block, 45, first down 50 to the 45, and he is hit hard out of bounds. There's not a lot of room on the sideline between the boundary and the base of the stands, and the run ends after the catch at the 44. So a gain of 13. Under 10 minutes to play in the ball game. Palacios, who had that catch and run to refresh the down marker on the plus side of the 50 is in the backfield. Cleet Martins remains out there at the quarterback spot. Cleet is a senior, 5'10", 160 pounds. Palacios gets the inside handoff, and Justin gets to the 39-yard line, a gain of 5. Enjoyed visiting with Todd Kerr at halftime, Adam. Man, how do they have things rolling out there in Hooker in a big-time way, don't they?
Yeah, and the other thing we didn't mention either is the girls' side of their athletics program. Have had a lot of success over the years in basketball, girls track, girls cross country too as well. They just got it going out there.
3 receivers stacked to the far side. Single receiver is Robinson. You have to watch him on a deep ball on the near side. Palacios is in the backfield with Martins. They are working the play clock, taking the game clock now to under 9 minutes to play. Justin Palacios approaching 200 yards of total yards from scrimmage tonight. Martins will keep it on the fake handoff to Justin, and he's cut down to the 38, a gain of 1. Brings up third down. Another good crowd here on hand at Maxon Field. They love their Wildcats here in Cashion. Talk about a good athletic department. Cashion has one too. A district that is bustling with new students coming in. 2 receivers right, 1 left. They split the backs and give it to Palacios coming right. Makes a cut, 34-30, down the middle of the field, 20-15 to the 10, to the 5, and a touchdown. Palacios with his second rushing touchdown of the night, his third of the evening, and another big play for the Hooker offense, that one from 38 yards.
Oh, that's been their play tonight on the edge, like you guys talked about earlier on, and Palacios is patient that time. Really, Cashion had an opportunity to hit him in the backfield, but he does a good job breaking 1 tackle and cuts up field.
We're going to go for the single extra point with Trace Duncan, who converted after their last score. This would be point number 40. It's out of the hold of Cleet Martins. The snap is down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. So we'll step aside with 7:40 to play. Hooker 54, Cashion 14 on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about.
For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
For a bank that's big enough to serve you, but...
Trace Duncan will kick it away, 54-14 our score. To the near side, it's going to be scooped up by Higdon at the 20. Outside of the 25, falls forward to the 27, and that's where the Wildcats will have it. And we're already under 7.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Big thank you to Todd Kerr, the boys basketball coach at Hooker, and the superintendent for joining us here on our broadcast tonight from Cashion at halftime. Kellen Smith still out there as the quarterback. 2 receivers left and right, including Grayson Davis, who's in the slot. He had the touchdown on the last play. They're looking for him again over the middle. They have Davis, and it's caught and dropped at the 30-yard line because Aiden Woldridge absolutely him right in the back. And Davis, you can tell, is a little bit winded after that play. He's going to come off to the near side. Clock stops with 7:09 to play in the ball game. It's second down and 10 to the 27-yard line. 2-by-2 formation. Davis is out of the lineup on this play. Smith from the gun. Throws it out left side for Higdon, and he has nowhere to go. Trace Duncan planted him at the 26 for a loss of 1. Third down coming up. Boy, this Hooker team, I'm telling you, they will flat hit you. Fairview has one of the state's longest active win streaks on the line, but that of 30-plus games is going to be sternly tested next week out of the Panhandle. 3rd and 11, Cashion at the Wildcat 26-yard line. 6:38 and counting to play here in the ball game. Smith looking over to the near side. Now Hooker is saying that there was some movement. I think the Wildcats did move. That's going to cost them 5. Back to the 21 and bring up 3rd down at 16. Hooker is a team, because of where they play, a lot of teams, especially around the OKC metro area, do not know a lot about them. They don't see them very often, but this is a really strong Class A Division I program. As Todd Kerr said in his halftime interview, for the longest time, people didn't think about Hooker as a football town. Smith to throw on 3rd and long is going to air it out near side for Higdon. He's double covered. It's intercepted. Robinson for the 45 to midfield. Keys under the 40 to the 30. Cuts left and is bulldogged down by rival Fields. So Robinson has his second interception of the night. With 5:55 to play in the ball game, Hooker could put up over 60 tonight here at Maxson Field. Bulldogs bringing the second unit offense out. And they can officially begin to start thinking about Fairview next week. So 1st down and 10 at the Wildcat 30-yard line. The quarterback is Gunnar Martins, wearing number 69. He will turn and hand it off to Raul Garcia. And Garcia finds a little bit of a seam on the left side as he gets to the 25. 2nd down upcoming. That play takes us under 5.5 minutes to go.
That's the first time I've ever seen number 69 at quarterback, Todd. How about you?
Pretty cool, isn't it?
It is.
Gunnar Martins actually was the starting left tackle tonight, 5'11", and he's 230. Tell you what, Adam, these guys, they look the part, don't they?
Yes, I'd heard that, and I'd seen a little bit of film on them, watched a handful of quarters against them, and, man, they are more than a contender. Obviously played for the state championship last year, but that game next week is going to be really fun to watch.
Martins to Kip Nunley on the handoff, and Nunley is stopped short of the yardage to gain at the 22. 3rd down and a couple. Under 5 minutes to play in the ball game, 54-14. Each team went 3 and out of their first possessions of the night, and from that point forward, it's been all Bulldogs. The Dogs getting the better of the Cats tonight here at Maxson Field. .436 and counting to play. Gunnar Martins has 2 backs in the backfield. Payne and Nunley. They give it to Nunley again, trying for the 1st down. He got to the 20 and then is pushed back by 3 Wildcats, but that'll be enough to refresh the down marker. The clock continues to wind, winding towards 4 minutes to play in the ball game. Cashion is going to be just fine going forward. The problem they have is that after tonight, 3 of their last 4 district games are away from Maxson Field. They have a bright future, though. We were talking with John Hardaway at dinner tonight. This sophomore class, they think, really can reverse fortunes here at Cashion. Gunnar Martins works from the gun. A half diamond formation from the 20-yard line. They wind the play clock all the way down. The game clock is under 3:40 to play. Martins will toss it right as that goes to Raul Garcia. Garcia inside the 20 is hit, spun down at the 18. There's a litter of flags out there with the field. The clock will stop on the penalty. It's going to be against Hooker. It's a hold. So that will make it first down and a little bit more difficult. But right now the Bulldogs are secure in where they're at. They lead by 40. The most they're going to get is plus 15 to the district. It'll be first down and 20 at the 30-yard line. Don't you agree with me, Adam? Cashion's got a bright future.
I think so too, and I think they have a lot of opportunity in front of them too in this district. I mean, I think most people coming into the season knew that Fairview and Hooker were top of the class, and top of the state. And Cashion and some of these other teams have a great opportunity for third or fourth place in this district.
Tell you about that opportunity in a moment. First and 20 from the 30-yard line. They'll hand it again to Raul Garcia. He bounces off contact, still struggling as he gets to the 26. They're going to be favored in their next three games, I think, at Crescent, at Sayre, and back here at Maxson Field against Crescent before closing the year in Major County against Fairview. The freshman Houston Jerry was in there on the stop.
It's Adelie's younger brother.
It is. That article quoted him, and he's pretty proud of his big sister. She still wants to play at a local college in the future and would like maybe someday to make history in the NFL. Who knows? Second and 16 to the 26-yard line. Martins hands it to Garcia again, makes a jump cut. He's inside the 20. Raul finally pulled down at about the 18-yard line. Houston Jerry again on the tackle. Third down and long upcoming for the Bulldogs. We're under 2 minutes now to play in the ball game. Third and 8, Hooker at the 17. Hooker's remaining schedule. Fairview next week at Merritt, and then they close with Atonga and Crescent at home. To me, on paper, that's a toss-up with Fairview. Maybe the edge to the Yellow Jackets just because of what they've accomplished, but a huge favorite of the final three games for Hooker. Third and 18 to the 17-yard line. Minute 20 now to play in the ball game. Martins. Inside handoff goes to Kip Nunley. The ball comes free, and Cashion has recovered the fumble. Kyler Ware, the sophomore, fell on the football, and that will be it tonight for the Bulldog offense. So give the young pups a lot of credit. They were out there and being physical with the reserves from Hooker. They take over at the 19-yard line with a minute 14 to play in the ball game. So both teams have a chance to head into the playoffs with some momentum. And if Cashion were to win out, or even just win 3 games, that's a 7-3 season.
Yeah.
A complete reversal of last year's 3-8 campaign, and would equal the program's win total for the last 2 years. First and 10 for the 19-yard line. Clock at 1:14 to play. Inside handoff and not much doing, maybe a yard to the 20. Houston Jerry was on the carry. They spot it back to the 18, so it's a loss of 1, not a gain of 1. Second down at 11 with under a minute to play in the ball game. Hooker is going to win their 5th straight game. Cashion will have a 3-game win streak snapped. Their only loss coming back in their second game of the year on the road at Velma Elma. Before tonight, the Wildcats had been 2-0 at Maxson Field. Second and 11. 34 seconds to play. Jerry is in the backfield. They fake the handoff. Now he tries to run, gets outside. A little bit of running room. Good move to the 25. First down to the 30. On the carry, Slade Williams. And he has a first down out to the 33-yard line. 15, 14, 13 seconds to play, and that's going to be it. Final score tonight, 54-14 Hooker. We are back to say goodnight after this final 2-minute break on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
For a bank that's big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you, turn to Alva State Bank. Whether you're opening your first checking account, going to college, starting a small business, planning a wedding, or having a baby, Alva State Bank is here for all of life's milestones. To learn more, visit any Alva State Bank branch or go online to alvastatebank.com. Alva State Bank. They plant roots where others have branches. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise?
Welcome back here to Cashion, Oklahoma. It has gone final on our High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week. Used a rolling clock in the second half. The young Wildcats grow up tonight. They learned a lesson against one of their class's best teams in Hooker, all Bulldogs, as they win at 54-14. And you know Shaq about as well as anybody, Adam. What do you think he's telling his kids down there on the field?
I mean, I think what he's going to tell them is they had some opportunities early and against really good teams. When you have those type of opportunities, you got to capitalize, because early on, Cashion had 2 good drives into Hooker territory and had an opportunity to at least put some pressure back on Hooker. And it was the big play. I mean, obviously, you tip your hat to Hooker, a really good team. I think Coach Shaq knew coming into this game that this was a very talented team, but too many mistakes by Cashion. Didn't capitalize enough on the early opportunities that they had to make this thing a game. And then major props to Hooker because they did.
5-1. They didn't overlook Cashion. They took them serious, came in and put a walloping on the young Wildcats on their home field. And now they make the trip home and get ready to host the 2-time defending champions of their longtime nemesis, the Fairview Yellow Jackets, out of the Texas Panhandle. That's going to wrap it up tonight from Maxon Field. Final score one more time: Hooker 54, Cashion 14. For Adam Dieselhorst and our entire Squirtle crew, I'm Todd Miller. Till we'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.